Hello? I never know how long to wait for these things, so I just kind of wait a second. But today I'm gonna talk about a story time. I don't want to call it a story time though, because I don't want to be that kind of. Nothing wrong with story time YouTubers though, but today I'm gonna show you some of the worst poison ivy you will probably ever see. And I'm gonna try and play Fortnite behind it. If I get a little, my brain starts fogging. It's because of the Fortnite. But I went. This happened recently. I still have the scabs on my legs right now. So the people that, which is probably the only people watching right now, which is fine, of course. Probably know about this poison ivy thing that just happened. A lot of people seen the pictures, which I'm gonna throw into the YouTube video later. I have this friend. He's kind of like a mountain man, but without the beard and with the long hair. He can climb hills very well, but as I talk through this story, I'm going to defend my climbing skills here, because I had just some Nike shoes. They're like flat bottoms. I couldn't do much. It was raining that day. It was raining. So go down to the place where we're gonna climb, and I get out, and it's warm out though. It's warm, but it's raining. I got shorts and a t-shirt on. He's not much to say anything, but he's like, you want a jacket or something? Because I mean, he came prepared. He had some pants on. He said they're decent climbing shoes, so I'll trust him on that. He had some decent climbing shoes, and he had a jacket. But this hill has like 4 layers to it. And you start walking the trail. And the first part that we were going to go to, it was just all bushed off, so we decided to go around. And the part where you go around, hold on, I gotta decide where I'm going. I don't know. The part where you go around, I'm pretty sure it's poison ivy leaves, and they were just everywhere. We walked straight through them, me with shorts on. It wasn't good, but I didn't really care. I was just told, you can wash it off and hope for the best. Oh. So I was hoping that I could wash the poison ivy off later. We start climbing up the hill. First layer, it was fine. Nothing bad happened, but it was a little slippery. I could definitely tell that it was one of. That's not good. I could definitely tell that it was gonna go bad. But we start climbing up. We get to the first layer, just kind of look over. Then we get up to the second. We start climbing up to the second layer, and I'm slipping. I'm falling. I've already got mud and stuff all over my hands and stuff because I had to get on all fours. It was because of the shoes. It was the shoes. And I. Okay, so there was this big step. I'm pretty sure this happened on the second layer. It don't really matter where it happened. It happened. It's this big step that you have to take up, but I can't because my shoes are slipping. And I take a rock and put it under my foot for support. He's watching the whole time. He's trying to climb up, but he's just fine. But I grab onto this little tree branch thing for support to pull myself up, also with the rock under my foot, and I pushed to go for it because I couldn't get up the way he went up. And when I pushed myself forward, I took the tree branch, and somehow, I was facing up the hill, like facing up, and then the tree branch, I did like a 180 in the air, and then I fell flat on my back and fell just a little down the hill. Nothing too serious. And I was facing down the hill on my back. I think he was, I don't know, I might have blacked out a little, but I think he was a little worried that I could have broke something, I don't know. But I made some kind of, oh man, I was going to look for a scream, I don't know. It's fine, I don't know, it's embarrassing anyways, it was a very embarrassing scream. He made the sound, he copied the sound I made when I fell. That's not what I wanted to sound like. I kind of wanted to go down like I guess, some kind of warrior or something. I don't know. But this isn't even the end. So I go on up. We're on like the third layer. Well, actually, before I go on, when I did fall, I didn't even have to take that path. I went around. There was an around part. So that's the route I took. So we go on up, get to the third layer. We're climbing up. I'm slipping all over the place, of course, still. And I did fall again. I was just slipping. It was bad, Same thing up to the fourth layer, and I'm not in the best shape ever. So I was breathing kind of hard. So by the time we got to the top, I was wore out. And by the end of it, he said he wasn't even breathing hard, so that's how you know he's a climber. And then we go back to the woods, and then we just come back, we saw turtle, and so I thought going down part was going to be the easy part, but as soon as I get down, coming down from the forest, I see that it's not going to be easy coming down this hill. I slid. I just had a little slide. Well, before I slid, I was a little worried because if I slid too far, I was going to fall off this, big mountain and definitely die. It wasn't even a question. And if I didn't die, I don't know what. I don't think I would have wanted to be alive. So, he asked if I wanted help, and I was like, yeah, I want some help. And he got his phone out and started recording me instead, but I forgave him because we got off the hill, obviously. I slid down a little bit, then I slide down the first hill. It was pretty fun. I about took him out though. He had to jump a little bit out of the way. He didn't get too scared though, but it's pretty fun. Sliding down the hill full speed, and then we go on down, and since I thought that first one was pretty fun, I thought it'd be a good idea to slide down the next one. So I did, and I tried to grab onto a small tree. It's one of those small trees again, like I broke earlier, falling, and I broke that one too on the way down. So I kept sliding down really fast because that's why I broke it. I was going so fast, and then I ran into a big tree, which I tried to hug onto it, but I probably would have went on past it, but some thorns or briars or whatever you call them saved me right into my leg, and I tried to get up. I hurt my head again. This is going really bad. The mountain man, he's been teaching me how to play Fortnite. He's way better than I am. That was supposed to be Fortnite training. He said it didn't help much. I don't know where. Oh yeah, went into the briars and tried to get up. It was too slippery to get up. And if I left it right where I was going on down the hill, that one wouldn't have killed me now. That one would have just been a slight injury for the hospital. Um, so I had to tell him, I was like, yeah, I'm not getting out. I was scared to death, but I was laughing. So he thought it was, I think he thought this one was pretty funny though, but I was pretty scared. So he helped me up, and you know, I just kept sliding down. I had, on my right leg, I had these big scratches. I might be able to show a picture of that. It looked pretty rough. On the picture, it probably won't look that bad, but the poison ivy, that will look awful. But we keep on going down, found some nice easy paths to get down, not as bad. And then the way we could have came the first time, where it was all bushy and stuff, that's where we exited. So, you know, I don't know. It could have been the poison ivy part. I don't know. It could have been both. But we go through that part, and then we go down some rocks. My legs are like trembling because my legs weren't prepped for that. They weren't strong enough, and I was sliding down hills and cutting my legs and stuff. And so he, while we were going down these dangerous, they're not too dangerous, it was some fun. He recorded that as well, which I think I'll insert that video at the end, maybe. I'll insert a couple. It's whatever. But we walked out. You walked through this football field to get to the cars. That's where he told me he didn't even get out of breath. And I gave him his jacket back that I told him I'd wash. Of course, because it was mud. It was all mud. And I knew I had probably had some poison ivy or something on my butt. So I asked him if he had some paper towels in his car. And, well, he didn't. He offered me a rag, and I didn't mean to say she, my bad. He offered me this rag that he said he uses for his wheels. It looked pretty special, you know, something that he uses often for his wheels. And then I was like, are you sure? I was like, I don't know if I can take this. Well, you know, he just told me it was fine and stuff. And then he told me his grandmother gave it to him. And I was like, I'm definitely not taking it. And he's like, don't worry, she's not dead. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I was too worried about that. But, he got something else out of his car, which was a jumbled up little, like, paper towel. And you know, he said, I don't know what this is, but you can use it. That was, it looked a little rough, okay? It looked a little rough. I can kill this dude. And I'm not watching later, so, oh no. Oh, thanks. Oh, God. Oh, God. That was the end of the story, though. That's pretty much it. So, it takes me a few seconds to figure out how to end this thing. So, you know, just give me a few seconds. Where's it at? Capture screenshot. That's not it. Live. There it is.